kidding, just go for it.
Hi everybody, welcome to episode 73 of A Fern Between Us, the Bali edition.
Bali edition.
Yes, where in the world is Padberg, San Diego? We are coming to you live from Bali.
Almost live. We're recording live.
No, it is live.
It is live.
It's live.
Oh,
so
you're just
if
gonna
anybody's awake watching this,
That'd be
you
hilarious.
should go to sleep. It's 2 in the morning. What are you thinking?
It's 4 p.m. here.
Yes.
5 o'clock somewhere, as he said.
Yes.
We are 2 of the 4 owners of Bivouac Winery. I'm Jesse.
I'm Michelle.
And welcome to A Fern Between Us.
Mm-hmm.
No ferns. We just have some art on the wall.
It's kind of a fern.
This is called the Art Hotel. It's pretty sweet.
It is totally amazing. Every room is kind of unique and different. And we are, in fact, this is our first live from Bali. It took us forever to get here. 3.5 days. We got stuck in various airports. The whole thing was a nightmare. But Bali is pretty amazing.
I've never
It's
slept
beautiful.
on a terminal floor 2 days in a row. That was horrible.
It was really horrible. Luckily, they did have wine in
Yes.
the restaurants when the restaurants were open, so
Yeah.
we kind of got through it. But and that's what today's show is actually about: is finding wine in Bali. Had no idea. I was pretty sure I was going to lose all kinds of weight because I wasn't going to be drinking. I was going to be just eating rice. I thought the food was probably going to be bad. And instead, the food is phenomenal. And we've found a Balinese winery.
Yeah, we've already toured it.
Yes!
Hung out with the GM for the last 34 years, I think, since inception, it sounds like. Everything's a little hard to know exactly what the story is because there is a language barrier.
There is.
Everyone speaks English, but the understanding,
With
both by us and by them, of us, is a little subpar, you could say.
Yeah.
And sometimes more than others.
There's often a lot of this going on.
Yeah. Yes, okay. Yes.
And
thank
then
you. And you're
totally
I don't
not
think they got
happening.
it. I don't think they said thank you when I asked a question. Or they answered a question and I got none of it. That happened several times too.
Yeah. So we started out, we did have a quarantine. They have lifted that restriction. Bali is totally open now, but we had gotten all of our visas and jumped through all the hoops to be able to come here before it was open. So we did have a quarantine hotel. It's actually called a bubble quarantine when you stay at a resort, and your first test at the airport has to come back negative, and then you're allowed to wander about the resort and their property, which was amazing.
Yeah.
Bali Dynasty Resort, if you're ever looking to just stay in one place, because Kuta Beach is a little sketch, but the hotel was amazing.
Uh-huh.
And that's how we actually started tasting these wines.
Yep.
The Haten Winery is the name of the winery itself. They have 2 different brands. They have the brand under that winery's name, and then they have 2 islands. And we have really enjoyed both of them.
Yep.
You want to tell them about what 2 Islands is?
2 Islands is Australian raised grapes, but then frozen right after crushing. I guess they crush them there, freeze them, ship them over in containers, thaw them, and ferment them here in Bali the way that
And age it.
this winery would like to. And then, so those grapes are impeccable. They're getting the best grapes, and the wines have been
Outstanding.
every single one of them have been just immaculate and amazing. We're like, we can't believe it. We're like, oh my god, this is amazing. Then they have their Haten, which is native grown here on Bali. One of the few places I've come across. Brazil's one. There's I think
The hot climate.
the super hot climate. They can get 2, sometimes 3 vintages per year.
That means multiple harvesting.
Yeah, the vines never go dormant. So these guys are making wine year round, harvesting and starting the whole process over, variety by
How
variety.
exhausting.
Yeah, it's kind of nice to only get one shot per year. It sucks because
That's
you
it.
know, that's it. But on the other hand, you're not in constant crush. I mean, these guys have 100 employees. It's a decent sized winery, but they're, you know, I'm sure they have some people that are just literally in perpetual crush.
Yeah, yeah.
Which is brutal.
And we were, again, in this quarantine, we were the only tourists.
We have the island to ourselves.
Yeah,
It's
we're the very first tourists.
It's cool in some ways, it sucks in some ways. I mean, it's no lines, you know, maybe better deals. Everyone loves to see us.
People are so excited. They're like, hello, welcome to Bali. Like, from across the street, everybody wants to help us out. And
they're like, you must be
us.
Yeah, everyone thinks we must be Australian because Australia's right here and they come over all the time, and so they lifted quarantine. Australians must be coming. No,
They're
we're
shocked.
like USA, and they're like,
What?
oh my god, how did you get? It must be a long flight. We're like, yeah, it was extra long.
But, so we had this resort completely to ourselves, and all the staff really wanting to wait on us and help us and just have something to do. So we had this amazing pool with a swim-up bar, so we sat there all the time. Perfect temperature water, it was just amazing. And we decided, well, let's try the local wine. This should be really terrifying. And then it was so amazing. And we have tried a couple of the other wineries. There are multiple wineries actually on the island. And those have been really good too.
Yeah.
So we did do a tour of this particular winery, so we're focusing on them. And they do everything very traditionally. So they're doing, just incredible French oak aging, method, champenoise, and
hand riddling.
Yeah.
Like, everything's by hand. Everything, and they're impeccable. I mean, I can't believe it.
It is shocking. And so this sparkling is actually from some grapes that are grown here on Bali.
Yep. There's two different varieties of Muscat family grapes, and then another one. It's got like this. Has a super kind of like floral content.
One of the grapes is a Muscat family.
Both there's two that are Muscat family.
Oh, are there?
Yeah.
I don't have my glasses on, and I didn't read the label. But so
did.
yeah, that's oh nice. He did his homework. So there's that great floral aspect of those kind of grapes, and so it reminds me a little bit of an orange wine.
Yeah, a tiny bit. The ones, all right. So the grapes grown here on the island, all of them are, you know. Maybe the biggest critics would be like, well, I don't know if it's, you know, the very highest quality of the very high, but, you know, to me, I feel like that's amazing that there even can grow grapes here.
Yes, it's a huge step.
Exactly.
Past what the French hybrids that we
Yes.
see those wines, what those are doing for everybody.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Exactly.
that's pretty incredible.
And then the two islands is, you know, all your favorite varieties and impeccably done on a world stage. I would
And
think.
dry.
Oh yeah,
That's
everything's.
the other thing.
They're all dry. I mean, they do have one or two sweet wines because they probably have to, but basically every single one is dry unless otherwise specified.
I mean, Sauvignon Blanc, their Riesling, really beautiful, showing varietal characters that are spot on. Yeah, it's really cool. Of course, I poured myself more of this, but slug that back and then
Okay.
let's pour the reds so that we can talk a little bit about their reds too.
This is the Cabernet Merlot.
And they do have Grenache, which has been one of our favorites.
The Grenache is insane.
Oh.
Super floral. Michelle's gonna try to figure out how to get some back for a American Wine Society conference class that she's giving. If we could figure it out.
It would be amazing. It would be epic if I could pour this at my class, but we'll see. But they also do a Shiraz. They do a Chardonnay. They are really, really good.
Yeah.
So a little bit more about what we're doing besides drinking wine, eating, not much. We are
still getting our daughter certified for diving.
yes, we thought she was 100% through, and she's got 2 more open water dives. We didn't realize that there were 4.
One more day. She's currently got some ear problems, so we're waiting about a week to get those completely cleared up because that can really mess you up on diving. And then we went out on an open water dive, 2 of them, and then day after
Swam
tomorrow,
with amazing big turtles, sea turtles. That was very
saw
cool.
some seahorses.
Yeah.
Saw some like really cool little tiny eels. They were crazy
Like
looking.
electric blue. And so we're headed from Bali to another island that's nearby,
Nusa Penida.
and that is known for its Instagram views. So supposedly, when you Google Bali and all those photos come up, they're all actually from Nusa Penida, or most of them are. You know, with those epic sea vistas and the sunsets. So we'll be posting lots of those, I assume, and doing some more diving.
I think that was done
actually.
usually in the dry season, and we're on the cusp. It's getting into dry season, so right now it's kind of gray and cloudy out there. We see the volcano. You know, the biggest volcano on the island is like 10,000 feet, and like super imposing. It's totally rad.
It's
and
amazing.
it's active. So hopefully, you know, maybe we'll get lucky and see some smoke or something. at
That
some
would be
point,
so crazy. Well, and we might hike it too.
Yeah.
So if you guys want to follow along with the massive plethora of food porn pictures, you can follow my Instagram at WineFirstPsalm. And you know, we'll regale you with those kind of details. Speaking of lots of wonderful food, we have the Open Kitchen winemaker dinner. It's Meet the Makers, and it's April 1st in Santa Fe with Open Kitchen Catering. They are phenomenal. Chris and Lily are going to be there in person. There's only a few tickets left, so look up openkitchen.com and get a seat before they're sold out. There's 7 courses, all matched with one of our wines.
I was so bummed when I saw the menu. I'm like, no, I want to do that. But they'll be there. They're gonna love it.
They
It'll be
are.
awesome.
They're gonna really love it. And Beck and Below are an amazing company that is actually providing all of the meat and seafood for the meal, and they're really sustainable and just incredible people. So, oh man, I mean, I can't complain too bad being over here, but
We're eating pretty good too.
yeah,
So.
right.
Really can't complain.
Anything else that you want to add?
No, I guess not.
Yeah, right. We can't really remember what day it is, what time it is. We're 14 hours ahead of you guys, so
It's tomorrow.
yeah.
It's tomorrow afternoon.
I guess it's 2 in the morning there, so it's just actually a finished day for us. And we're gonna go out and have some foie gras and some more wine.
Mhm.
Poor us.
I know.
So we're gonna keep trying to do some live check-ins with you guys, and also posting some videos. Chris has put together some great videos of what it's all about expanding our vineyard. So we're gonna loop those together and create an entire segment and post it as a Fern episode. So stay tuned for that. Thank you so much, you guys, for joining us.
Cheers.
Cheers from Bali.